to my channel. Hi, how are you? It has been a while and I know that I have been super slack when it's come to uploading videos, but I have made a promise, new me, that I'm going to upload a new video every week for you guys at home. So if you are new here, then hi, welcome, press that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my up and coming videos. Also, head on over to Instagram and follow us over there. I will put my Instagram name down here now. Oh my god, I'm such a good singer. So anyway, in today's video, we're going to be talking about contouring and how you can go from looking all that to super snatched in like literally 10 minutes. Now, why am I doing this? Honestly, because there's so many different contouring products on the market nowadays, and so many of us are spending so much money trying out different things rather than knowing how to use the one that works for us best. So currently you can get palettes for contouring, you can get the sticks. My personal favorite for a cream contour is the sticks. They're super easy, you can just draw them on yourself. Any age can use them. So yeah, in today's video I will be using the sticks, and I will also be using some powder products afterwards to help us go from a kind of boring to super glam. Now, why do we contour? We contour to give us those chiseled cheeks that look like we've had 2 milliliters of cheek fillers. We go to make our head smaller, we can make our nose look so snatched and so fabulous. And you know, honestly, on pictures on Instagram, we can just pop so much more. So yeah, if you want to learn how to do my quick beginner's contoural, then just keep watching. Okay, so just to let you guys know, I do already have eye makeup on and I do have my foundation on already. Now the foundation that I've used today is from Lancome. It is awesome and I love it. But yeah, I will see if I can find the name of what it is and I'll put it on the screen here. Oh, darling. Okay, so now you know what I've got on my face. We'll get started. Now I think one of the best things to tell you before we get started is that if you're going to use cream products and powder products, you always apply the cream layer first and then the powder on afterwards so that you don't get that like lumpy, bubbly texture. Now my favorite thing to use, and what I would suggest using if you're a beginner at this, if it's not something that you're very confident at, is to use the sticks. Now there is the KKW beauty sticks. There's dupes of those in Primark nowadays for like £6, so you don't have to spend a lot of money on these products. Don't buy a name, just buy the things that you think work for you. Now I use the Smashbox sticks. As you can see, I use the contour shades a little bit more than I've used the brightening shade. That's because for my concealer, I like Concealor. I like to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. Now I'm currently using this in C5. We're gonna go in with our concealer, as said. So I am gonna apply this underneath my eye, going slightly into my nose, as you can see. And then I'm gonna pull this out and upwards, just like that. Okay, now I am going slightly into my nose because I do want my nose to look a lot slimmer. So as you can see, I'm pulling that down into my nose. Now, I'm also gonna apply a little bit on my chin here, just like that, and a little bit in between my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna blend that in. Now this brush is the Morphe MB6. I like this brush for putting my foundation in. It seems to just buff into my skin super, super nicely. So yeah, I'm pressing the product in as opposed to rubbing it. So we're just gonna press that in. Okay, now that's done, I'm gonna move on to my contouring shade. So I'm gonna go in with the contour sticks. Now I personally prefer contouring with a pencil. It's so much easier. You just draw it on where it is and blend it in and that's it. So yeah. So firstly, I want my cheeks to look a little bit raised. So I'm not gonna draw in the contour underneath them. I'm just gonna draw the contour in at this angle in this like C shape just here. Now I don't want it coming down here. I don't want my cheeks here. I want them to be quite lifted, so I want it to be quite a little bit higher up. So I'm going to do the same on this side. Now next I want my forehead to look a little bit smaller, so I'm going to just draw in a few small lines up here, like so. Now if you want to make your eyes pop a little bit more and your eye makeup to pop, we're going to contour just here above our eyebrows, just to deepen the area around our eyes so that they will really stand out. Now also with this contour shade, I am going to start to snatch the outside of my nose. Now I want to start my nose contour actually underneath my eyebrows and not just halfway through. So if you take the pencil or whatever you use it, and if you come just on your eyebrows, and we're gonna draw this in a very small line. Now we want to bring this down to where we want it. And then we're just gonna do a small V, like a little cross. My V went a bit wrong. Now I'm gonna go in with the bronze shade. Now the bronze shade, I'm just gonna put a little bit above these small lines above the contour shade, just to give it a little bit of definition. I want my chin to look a little bit smaller because I feel like I have a very round head. Round! So I'm just gonna go where my chin would be. I'm just gonna take one line down each side. Double chin! Now obviously I don't really use the highlight stick for the concealing because I use the concealer for that. So, but I am gonna take this stick for my nose, and in between those lines I've drawn, I'm gonna just draw a line. Now we've got our drawings on of what exactly that we want. We're going to take a brush to blend that in. Now you can use a beauty blender, you can use a brush. I just like to use a brush. Today I'm actually going to be using the Fenty Beauty foundation brush. I just like the angle that this can give me that the other foundation brush can't. So to blend in this contour here, we're going to be using diagonal upward sweeping motions because that's the way we want our cheeks to look. We want them to look snatched and upwards. So we're just going to blend this in very smoothly. Diagonal motions and down into our cheekbone. Now, we don't want to bring it too far down, just here is more than enough. Continue that up into our forehead contour using the same motions. Okay, next we're gonna blend in our chin contour. Now we're gonna do this straight down and then out, like so. Blend that in to your neck. Next we're gonna use our nose. Now this brush might be a little bit big, I'm not sure, but we're just gonna blend this downwards and out, and in the bottom section we want to use that V motion to blend that in nicely. Okay, now if you want to have the lip filler look without having the injections, if you take the bronze pen or the darker shade which you have, and if you just put a small layer of it above your lips and then blend that in, when you've applied lipstick, it will give you that lifted lip, which is what we all want. Okay, so now we've applied our creamy products, it's time to go over them with the powders to set them in place, to make sure that they don't move around, and just to really contour and highlight them just a little bit more. Now, powder contour products, there's so many of those on the market as well. There's the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Now, if you want a palette that does everything, I would totally recommend buying this. However, this is not the one I'm going to use today. Instead, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Setting Translucent Powder. Now, I just have this tiny one. And I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in shade Dark Deepest, which is this one. I'm going to take a small ended brush. You can use a beauty blender. You can use a beauty blender if you like. It's completely up to you. So we're going to dab into that. We're going to apply this underneath our eye, and we're going to stretch it up, following the same way that we did the concealer. Now the important thing is to always stretch any contour or thing in a diagonal up towards the top, so that your face will get this nice V shape as opposed to like an outwards shape. So another thing we're going to do is where your lip joints hit, we're going to go from there and we're going to pull it up like that. Now if you want to, you can apply a few translucent white bits just here in between your eyebrows where we did the brightening earlier on. Okay, whilst that is on our face, we want to go in with the bronze aspect of this, and for that, like I said, I'm using the MAC Skin Finish in Dark Deepest. I'm going to pop into that with my brush, and I'm going to pull this over where I put the dark contour in upward strokes, always going upwards. I'm going to put a little bit where I did this chin contour here. Now we're just going to leave this to set for 2 minutes. And now that's set, we're going to take our brush and we're just going to wipe off the excess translucent powder. Okay, now we want to give ourselves a pop-in highlight to go with this awesome snatchness. Now if you want to get the most from your highlighter and get it to really pop, then first spray your face with the setting spray of your choice. Now today I'm going to be using the Max Fix Plus. Now this is the coconut scented one, and it literally smells so delicious. It's like, oh, summer in a bottle. Now the highlighter I use and have been using for God knows how long, it's my favourite. It is by MAC, it is Oh Darling, it's their Extra Dimension Skin Finish. Now I've had this forever, not forever, but for a while. Now I'm going to take this brush. So we're going to start at the top corner and we're going to highlight up here, and we're going to bring it down to about halfway about the halfway point of our bottom eyelid. Okay, the next place we want to contour is our forehead to give that some dimension. So we're just gonna go above the eyebrow on both sides. We're gonna make our nose highlight too. Now we're not doing the straight line highlight because we don't need that. If you want your nose to look a little bit more elf-like, a little bit up, stop the contouring. I mean, just put the highlight halfway up your nose to give it that smaller look. If you have a really big nose, don't highlight the tip of your nose because it will just draw attention to it. So if you want to make your nose look a lot thinner and a lot snatched, keep the highlight on your nose very simple and very small and just in this top section, like so. And I'm going to do a little bit in my Cupid's bow. Any lipstick that we put up of it will pop. Pop! Okay, now I'm just going to put some lipstick on and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, so that is it for today's video. I've added some lipstick. I've brushed my hair just a little bit to look a little bit less rank, but hey ho! I have had a good time filming this, so I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Just remember that if you're not the best person at contouring, it's fine. Sometimes your best is not the best, and that is okay, but just keep trying, hang in there, and you'll get it. Honestly, it's really not that difficult. And if I can do it, then you guys can do it too. So, yeah, hi. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any more of our future uploads. And so yeah, that's it from me. I hope you are all doing very well. Have a lovely evening, whatever you're doing, and I will see you again next time.